Ajyal, how are you? How you doing? Hilal, right? How you doing? Doing all right? All right, good. You having good times? So this year, I'm turning 30. And I really wish there was somebody in my life that could tell me stuff that would make me less stupid back in the days. So I figured when they first invited me here, I was like, okay, this would be a good talk. I'm turning 30. Most of you are youngsters. So I'm hoping to compile a 10-item list for things that you could do, things that you should prevent and avoid, things you should replicate and follow. I posted this in my Instagram, my Snapchat the other day. So I do this in a daily basis, right? And I posted this video, and I received tons of messages and replies saying, oh my God, Muhammad, I want to have kids today. Oh my God, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I have 3, 4, 5. This is amazing. You're only seeing 1 minute out of 1,440 minutes in the day. You haven't seen the sleepless nights. You haven't seen the whole picture. You've only seen like 1 minute. All right, let's see this.
Poetry is about saying
who wanted to live the life of this dude here?
Okay, people call these things imperfection.
Uh-oh. All right, I did. He is famous, wealthy, everybody knows him. He's got a lot of money. He probably got a mansion in Miami or something. I really wanted to be this guy. And then this apparently happy person who was a bundle of joy was suffering from every single mental disorder you've ever heard of. Depression, check. Anxiety, check. Insomnia, check. Hallucination, check. Did we know that? No. So what I'm trying to say is, please, do not, okay? Not my life, not Omar Hussein's life, not every famous celebrity guy's life. It's different. We and you only show people what you want people to see, right? You only portray the really fancy rainbow picture out there. So never. It's really unfair to compare your the deepest inner self you have with the externality of others. Does this ever happen to you? Like you walking during the day, your mom say, hey, I love you, you're awesome, you're amazing, you look great, you could do this, you could do that, blah, blah, blah. And somebody you probably hit in 2nd grade, he hates you, it's like, you're an idiot. And this one comment sticks in your head, and this is the only thing you remember for the rest of your day, right? So, unfortunately, this is how we are built. We are biased toward negativity. We are built this way. Our brain was built this way. We pay so much attention to negative stuff, and this is normal. It's not just you. Everybody. Okay, so it's normal, but we could do something about it, right? To maybe make it less painful and to alleviate it. So there's something called mental refugee. What is mental refugee? It's like a small little box in your brain filled with like bundles of joys and happiness and nice memories. So whenever you feel down, you go to your mental refugee. Also, unfortunately, what they say, since we're biased towards the negative stuff, it takes about 5 good things to overcome this one nasty negative thing. Scatter some positive here, 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 here. This hopefully will alleviate the problem and gives you a balance. This is the mental refugee that we need. And I have one, and everybody should have one. All right, Maya Angelou. Anybody knows Maya Angelou? She is probably like the most world-class novelist and writer. She has written 11 books. And see like what she wrote in one of her comments? She was like, I have written 11 books, but each time I think, oh, they're going to find out about me. You know, this happens to a lot of people, mostly successful people. They think they're fraud. This is imposter syndrome. being a fake syndrome. You're thinking, oh my God, they're going to find out. I didn't know how to do this job. So whenever you hear these noises in your head saying, oh my God, they're going to find out about you, blah, blah. No, trust me, you're not given this promotion and positive comment unless you really deserve it. You really deserve it. Hilal, you really deserve it to be here today. You're not lucky. I deserve to stand here today because I've done great things. There's nothing wrong with really confessing what's good in you. You know, be proud of it. Stand up to yourself. Don't rely on others and let them stand up for you. So this is a tweet. I'm sorry, it's in Arabic. I'm going to translate it. This is a tweet from a great poet. He was saying, I'm turning 80, and I found out that there's not a single problem that I couldn't figure out later. Do not worry. There is a way out of everything. Let me show you. I'm not being a model here. All right, this is a true picture and a true capture of my feelings then. This was in May, so probably 6-7 months ago. I wanted to document my life, so I took this picture. I was really stressed. I was doing my PhD. I was being bombarded with because I also teach. So all sort of things. I didn't have money. I was running out of money. My family, my kid had been away for a whole year because I could not support them to live with me in the States. So things were going south, as they say. They were not going pretty. And then this happened.
كان ما يمشي ولا يتكلم هذا. كنت افكر انه يوصل الساعه 3:30 طلعت واصلين ابد يوصلوا 1:30 لان الحين هم في المطار على بعد 10 دقائق. كل شيء واحشني وكثر كل شيء محتاجك وكلام اكثر من الثنتين.
They're with me now. And I'm staying and living in the nicest apartment I've ever lived in. And that's when it hits me. I was like, oh my God, how silly I was when I was thinking the whole universe was colliding. There's always hope. You know, you do your part. You do the reasons. You know, you take the steps, you take the actions, and you leave it up there. It'll work out. The importance of those little details will decline as you age, because you will get wiser, hopefully. So there's this great poem for Zayn, a Saudi poet. He was saying, God will open a door you thought there was no key was created for it. Isn't that powerful? I'm not saying you rely 100% on up there. No, you do the steps, you take the steps, and then that's all you could do. Do not go hard on yourself. Things will work out. So Stephen Covey, he's one of the greatest aspiring speakers ever, created this little nice diagram. There is things that you can control in your life, and then the outer circle is things that you could influence, maybe your friend. Me, I'm influencing, hopefully, so I'm right here now. There's things that actually consumes you, and instead of you consuming it, so say you're dealing with politics. Things are happening somewhere and they're going really bad. Yes, it's good to be emotionally involved because we're one humankind, but it's also do not let it consume you. Unfortunately, most of us, from personal observation, I don't have data with me, we spend most time here, talking about things that we cannot even influence. Talking about, Cristiano Ronaldo scored 14 goals more than Messi, so what? So yes, it's good to be a fan of things, but put a limit. You should definitely spend more time here. And maybe here once you get bigger. And this, fortunately, this gets bigger as you grow as a person, as you spend more time here, reading, eating, doing great in school, this will get bigger. And then you will get more influence on people. And then one day they invite you here at Ajyal. So again, just balance it. Just balance it. What you can control with what matters, And like here, you should focus here. You know? I know this seems really abstract and theoretical and it's not really practical, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're watching TV 24 hours, if you're like really consumed in sports as a spectator, not performer, maybe calm it down, focus on something that you could control, read a book, something. There's this term, I really like it, it's called selective ignorance. Who here has a smartphone? All right. Good. So do a selective ignorance. You're not an ignorant person. You're selecting things to just kick out of your control and attention to save energy for other things. One day, I'm pretty sure a lot of you heard this story. One day, the greatest artist ever, Picasso, was, he's doing his own thing in the streets. He was 80-something, I think. And there's this lady comes to him. It's like, oh my God, you're Picasso? I was like, yeah, I'm Picasso. What's up? He didn't say it this way because he speaks Spanish. So he's like, yeah, I'm Picasso. And she was like, would you mind, sir, just drawing some really nice drawing of your beautiful art? Yeah, like he goes, Picasso, really elegant with his pencil, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. And then she's like, thank you, Mr. Picasso. And she leaves. And then he was like, excuse me, ma'am, that would be $8 million. She's like, what? This is nonsense. It took you only 30 seconds. He said, you know what, though? It took me 30 years to do this in 30 seconds. Persistence, what really counts. Yes, we are programmed to be more attentive to short-run gains. We really want gains right away. We want to do this, and we want to get gain right away. We do good deeds, and we want, like, oh my God, it's 8 p.m. There's nothing good happening to me. Jesus. Ask all these people that you like and you're fond of. They'll tell you, we were nobodies back then, and then like 3 years later, bam, something happened. Paradigm shift, everything shifted. I'm now big name, blah, blah, blah. So wait for that moment, the magic moment when things will really work out for you. Do not be rushed. Do not be rushed. Great things don't happen in a moment. Unless you go naked in the street and they YouTube you and everything. So then, I'm sure you don't want to be famous for this, right? Okay, good. I went to a public school in a small village in Saudi Arabia. That's like a really remote village out there, just doing our things. So I had zero English. So in college, when I started freshman and sophomore year, there was an assignment to do a presentation. And oh my God, that was miserable. I felt the lowest in my life. So what I did, after I collected myself, I applied myself, I was like, all right, calm down. You could do this, you could do this. So I went to a counselor. So it's like, hey, I have some public speaking phobia. Could you fix me? Could you give me something that will work? So he's like, all right. And then he drafted a plan of 3 days of sessions, And then I applied to the Toastmasters club. Are you guys familiar with that? All right, it's a great club. It's a Toastmasters. It teaches you how to speak, basically. So, and here I am today presenting, and I think I'm a little bit better than freshman year. Don't you agree? Yes, a little bit, maybe? Okay. People think they would like to call it first attempts in learning. I scratched that today as frequent. It's not just the first. It's really frequent. You're going to fall a lot. People think success is bam, you get there. You're going to get to a great school. You're going to get, great job. No, here the magic happens. You're going to fall in your face a lot. You're going to be miserable one days. But then, if you're persistent, as we said, you'll get there. When you say no to something cool, your friends will say, oh my God, you're lame. And you keep saying yes, yes, yes to please people. All right, don't do this for 2 reasons. It's impossible. It's never going to work. You're not going to please everybody out there. Focus on those circles we talked about, the control, the influence circle, and those out there, okay, do it once a while, but say no. Please say no. Luck is when hard work meets opportunities, There is work to it. He's not winning the award just by magic out there. He has done work that you have not done, and you are whining about it. I'm here today not because I'm lucky. Yes, there's luck to it, but I worked hard, I think. I actually like to give myself credit. And I would love everybody to start a movement of like loving self. Yeah. So there was a study, a really like wide-scale study in Stanford University by a professor there. She wanted to see like the most common features among successful people. You know what? Emotional intelligence. They smile when they see people. They say hello in the elevator. They start up a conversation. You don't know people, so go say hi. Be socially smart, okay? And this is like a solid study. She examined a wide variety of people, and she found they all have, like they smile, they say hi, they're not grumpy in the morning. You know, they approach people, they're friendly. And then, really, that's when you position yourself in a place that luck falls upon you. First, you need to position yourself somewhere so that luck captures you. But if you're not doing anything, well... All right, so I saved the best for the last. This is like really big, and ask anybody in their 80s, 70s, 60s. They'll probably agree on this one. No pain, no gain. If it was easy, what did they say last night? If it was easy?
If it's easy,
Everybody will do it, right? If it's easy, everybody will do it. But what distinguishes those people from the ordinary people, let's say? They work hard. There's pain to it. Why I'm in the United States now and all my friends are back home? Because I sacrificed a little bit for a short run when I left my family for the longer run. It's worth it, you know. Sometimes you just need to do some little basic economics, you know, short run, long run, what works, and then just do it. There's going to be pain everywhere, guys, really. But you stand up to yourself. So I was approached once by a really nice and popular newspaper in Saudi Arabia called Mecca, and they called me up. They're like, so Muhammad, we want you to write a column for us, a weekly column. I said, yes, okay, thank you very much. I hang up. I turned to my roommate. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Writing is a hard skill. You guys know this. It's probably the toughest skill in each and every language. Writing is hard. I hated it. Whenever I publish an article, I really hated it, like hated it. But you know, it gets me money. It gets me publicity. It gets my message across to thousands and millions of people. It's worth it, right? So you could stay in your comfort zone and do all this cool stuff, like ordinary stuff, and you'll survive. But you know, like where the magic happens? Over here. Magic is over here, like when you step out and do stuff that seems crazy to a lot of people. Go out there, go nuts. And really, I have a small measure to know when things work out and things don't work out. That's when I have goosebumps in my stomach. When there is a challenge in a school or the university or life or business or in my family, when I needed to do an action and it makes me sick to my stomach, I know this is a great thing if it happens. This is a great quote. This is like one of my favorite quotes ever. We're one humankind, right? And we have obligation to Mother Earth. We have obligation to other humankinds. We have obligation to everybody in this universe, at least to make it less miserable of a place. So when you're out there focusing on yourself, please take those with you that leans on you. Help everybody gets up. Help everybody reach out there. Be collaborative. Don't be selfish about it. You know, this is we call it in psychology. We're social animal. We work in like herds, tribes, collectively. So please, when you climb the ladder, take somebody with you. Don't do it alone. And I read this book. It's called How Will You Measure Your Life? And the title really intrigued me, and I decided to measure my life by how many people I have changed, and how many people I have influenced, and how many people I put even a small seed of hope and motivation in. So I'm counting you. Is that fair? Should I count you? All right, good. All right, cool. So help others, don't do harm to anybody, and this is religion. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll do a quick Q&A. I'm hoping things that are not really personal so that everybody could benefit. If there's no question, I could leave. نسحب تكتيكي. No? No? You want me? Yeah, what's up?
It's kind of personal, but what was the hardest moment of your life?
Leaving my son when he was 1 and he was starting to speak and walk. It was really tough. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Hannah.
Hannah.
And you said a lot of stuff about how you should focus on the more positive things.
Right.
That's really hard. I want like some actual, like not actual advice. I want like really hardcore advice about what you should do, because it's really tough for people who are going through it.
We get so carried away, like we forget about our life. So I would say, reflect, have like a 15 minutes meditation, no cell phone, absolutely no cell phones, okay? And hopefully this 15 minutes will really help. I'm not saying this out of my pocket or something. It's really been proven.
How important is family in your life or in anyone's life?
I think it's the backbone of life. It's the العمود الفقري of life. I mean, this is the pillar you could lean on when you feel tired.
Okay, my second question is, now you said that we should also carry a lot of people up our own ladders.
Yeah.
But to what extent should we do that? Because sometimes we get so caught up in helping other people that we forget ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I repeat the answer. Like, really have a me time sometimes.
What do you think was the major factor that made you change your perspective, and how has your perspective changed in life?
I think that was lesson number 1. It wasn't the slides. Anybody was focusing at least for 5 minutes. What was number 1? Come on. All right, I'm leaving. That's it. All right. I should not really compare myself to others because it never works. And I believe in abundance mentality, thinking that there's enough for everybody out there. We don't have to be in a scarcity mentality, thinking there's only one piece of bread. Either I get it or he get it. It's not really that way. There's a lot of resources. Everybody could succeed. That's it? All right, thank you guys, appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll get back to you. Thank you, thank you.